No judgment, just real talk. This is the Apology Accepted podcast. The views expressed on the Apology Accepted podcast are those of the host and guest and do not reflect the views of any affiliate organization or individual. The content is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice. For personal, legal, or emotional matters, please consult a qualified professional. By continuing to listen to this podcast, you acknowledge and accept this disclaimer. Hey friends, welcome back to the Apology Accepted podcast. I am your host, Latisha Monique, and this week I want to discuss finding joy in the small things. I want to talk about practicing gratitude and mindfulness. Like, what does that mean? What does that look like? How do you find joy in small things? Should I even call it small things? Because if I found joy, shouldn't that be a big thing? I don't know. Let's talk about it. Google tells us that joy means a feeling of great pleasure and happiness that can arise from simple moments such as laughter, nature, and meaningful connection. Google also tells us that gratitude is the quality of being thankful and recognizing the positive aspects of life, no matter how small. Okay. Google also tells us that mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, appreciating experiences without judgment. Now, my question is, why do small joys matter? Why is that even a thing? Why should we feel that the small things are important? I know for me, with everything that's going on in the world, like all of these events, I'm going to say, that's going on in the world, sometimes it is so easy for us to overlook the beauty of everyday moments. I know sometimes we miss these moments because we are so caught up in just everyday happenings. And let's just start from waking up. You know, when we wake up in the morning, how many of us, as soon as we wake up, we reach for our cell phones? Because that is an everyday happening. Like, you can get everything at your fingertips, literally. It's right at your cell phone. So when we wake up, you know, we open our eyes. Before we even have a moment of just gratitude, being thankful for taking that first breath in the morning, we are reaching for our cell phones. I'm saying I apologize. I used to reach for my cell phone because it was right there on my nightstand. Boom, I wake up, boom, I'm looking at my cell phone. Why? Because I'm telling myself, let me see what time it is. That's what I be telling myself when I look at my cell phone. But because I got my cell phone in my hand and it's open, I might as well go through it a little bit further. So it went from me just looking at what time it is to now I am looking at text messages, looking at missed calls. Oh, darn, I got an email. Let me just see what this is saying. I'll reply later. Let me just figure it out right now, whatever. Social media, that is a big thing. Let me get on here real quick, say good morning to everybody. Why was that even important to me? I don't know. And I don't even know if it was important. I think it just became habit because, again, my cell phone was right on my nightstand. So it was just easy access. Wake up, turn over, boom, grab your cell phone. But that definitely took away from some of my small joys that, I've had in the mornings. And so I started doing something different. I get up now. First of all, I don't sleep with my phone on my nightstand. And again, I used to give myself all the excuses of why I need my phone on my nightstand. Wonder if it's an emergency. Wonder if somebody called me. Wonder if my kids need me. Yeah, just excuses. So now I don't sleep with my cell phone on my nightstand. It's kind of like in a whole nother area. But my alarm still goes off. And you know what? It's been kind of helpful to actually have to wake up when my alarm goes off instead of being able to reach right over to my nightstand and push snooze or stop and go back to sleep. So now my mornings consist of me getting up, me saying good morning to my husband, saying I love you to my husband, and actually starting my day. And I have been starting off with a section or reading a Bible verse because I'm doing the I want to say it's like a 30-day Bible verse reading for beginners. So that's me, beginner. So I read a verse and then I kind of get my day started from there. Because I told y'all, John 3:16 is what I got to my memory. You don't know what I'm talking about? Go listen to the last episode if you missed it, episode 4. Anyway, so that's how I start my day now. And then I go and I get my cup of tea. And I know it sounds like, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? This is so, like, who has time for that? Like, first of all, who waking up on time every day without the hustle or bustle of having to be to the next place by a certain time? I'm not saying that every day runs smooth, but most of the time, my mornings run smooth. And I take advantage of those moments of just really looking outside, because I've said in episodes before that scenery means so much to me. Like when I am able to look out of my window and see mountains, for me, I am thankful. That is a part of the small things that I find the beauty out of life, and some people like forest sceneries. Some people like, forest, woods. Some people like water, ocean type scenery. And I like water as well. But I like water on certain settings. So if I'm on a cruise ship, yes, I want a balcony and I want to be able to sit on the balcony. If I am in a tropical place, then I would want to stay somewhere with a balcony that faces the ocean, because I would want to sit on the balcony and, enjoy my views like that. But my true, I'm saying true, but my most liked scenery is mountains. That's what I like. I love looking at the mountains, especially when there is snow on the mountains. And so I'm about to get sidetracked, but I have to tell y'all really quickly. Before I moved to Las Vegas, I never thought that Las Vegas snowed. Like, how does snow come to the desert? Was my thought. The desert never gets snow. Well, I was wrong. The desert definitely gets snow. It does not get snow every year. And it might not even get snow back to back, or, we probably won't even see snow again until maybe another 2 years. However, the desert gets snow. And when it snows on those mountains and at the top of those mountains, it looks oh so beautiful. Like, I be so amazed at how is this even happening. My view, like real life, when I'm looking and I take pictures and I be like, this is a postcard. This look like a fake picture, but it really be my real life pictures, and I absolutely love it. So those are my small joys as far as my routines in the morning, of me following things that I like to do that only I benefit from. So going back to my question, why do small joys matter? Well, it matters because it creates a foundation for lasting happiness. Because again, my scenery gives me peace. It gives me inner happiness. I'm able to just smile. It creates this space of peacefulness and mindfulness, I guess, within me, where I can really start my day off or continue my day on such a positive note. Now, Google tells us that the scientific benefit from these small joys is increased emotional well-being, reduced stress, and improve relationships. And I have to agree with that, because I know, for me, I know when I am able to start my morning off in a way that brings me joy, I am definitely in a better mood. So that increased emotional well-being, that puts me right there with my mood. I'm able to be in a better mood. I'm able to, be clear-headed, being able to complete my task as I should, right? Reduced stress. When you are feeling emotionally well, it reduces your stress. For me, now, go and talk to a professional if you need to. For me, when my emotions are leveled, where they are under control and they're not in a stress state or an overwhelmed state, I am able to just manage my day better. I am able to function in a space of just taking everything as if I am grateful for all things. Like, is less attitude for me. Now, some can piss me off. I'm human. Some can, something cannot go my way. But when I am in when my emotions are in that well state, I'm able to kind of navigate through the things that come at me in a negative way. It also says that it also states that improved relationships. So I guess that's true. Cause sometimes even being well, I still be like, girl, you can catch it. But that's just me. Again, talk to a professional if you need to. So, some examples of small joys can be a smile. You go into a store and you just smile. You look at somebody, you smile, they smile. That's kind of, for me, I think that's, I'm saying hello, you saying hello without actually using our words. Whatever. But again, that's a small joy. A warm cup of coffee, or in my case, tea. Like I said, I like my tea in the morning. I have my, read my little Bible verse, and I'm good. That's a small joy for me. I know Google gave an example of the sound of birds in the morning. Now, I don't have that, but when I used to live in Virginia, birds in the morning was just like, oh wow, okay, that really wasn't a small joy for me, but it is a small joy, okay? A heartfelt conversation. Now that is a great big small joy. When when you are able to clear the air on something. So I like this example that Google gives because that's something that we don't always look at as being a small joy, and a heartfelt conversation could really change a lot. I spoke about communication in another episode. Communication is the absolute most important thing when it comes down to making sure our well-being is okay. And the reason why I say that, my opinion, because sometimes we can be twisted up in our emotions and overwhelmed and stressed out, and it can really be from lack of communication, whether it's with a spouse, a child, a supervisor, a coworker, a friend. Like, these heartfelt conversations can definitely change a lot of outcomes and help with our well-being, help increase our emotional well-being. And an example I would give for that is, let's say a coworker, supervisor, whatever. You at work and you're feeling this stressfulness or this overwhelmness because of your workload, right? Because you have not had a conversation with your supervisor, you are staying in this overwhelmed or stressful state. Versus you could simply have a heartfelt conversation with your supervisor. Hey, look, Miss Johnson, whoever, I really got a lot on my plate right now. Is there any way I can get some assistance? Is there any way I can get some assistance? Or can I, get an extended deadline? Anything to try to give you some type of relief, whether it's, again, an extended deadline or hands-on help. And your supervisor may say, oh, okay, well, look, give me X, Y, and Z, and I will help, or either, we're going to get so-and-so in your department to also, chip in and help. But if we never say anything, then we can't find solutions. Why? Because we're trying to come up with these solutions ourselves, but we are already overwhelmed and stressed out about the workload. So I do agree with the heartfelt conversations being able to help out with that. Another example I'm going to give, because this just happened to me actually, being in school for any of my college students, and baby, college after 40, it is a 0 out of 10 recommend, okay? However, if that's something, if that's your journey right now, then congratulations and kudos to you, all right? Right now, it is my journey, and full-time classes, 5 classes, like, Anyway, so one of my classes, which is biology, we have like maybe 4 or 5 assignments per week plus a lab. And so when you go when I go into Canva, it's like all the assignments are not in one place. Is more, you might have your lab under assignments, and then you might have your discussion, and then it's not under the discussion. You got to go under the announcement, and it's just, you got to look for all of the assignments. And so one day, last Sunday, because stuff is due on Sunday, so last week I was like, okay, let me just start working on biology first so I can kind of complete that. And so I seen where on the syllabus it said, what we had to do with our discussion. However, we do not use the Canva discussion. So he have this other thing that we put our discussions in that we had to download. So I could not get this thing to download to save my life. I got so frustrated, right? My initial response was frustration because, first of all, I had to look all over the place to figure out what to do. This was not simply in your announcement that, hey, we're going to download this and we're going to use this. Like, it was not explained at the beginning. And now I'm just frustrated because all of these daggone assignments. Okay, it's school. I calm down now. So once I was able to calm down, I just simply sent him an email saying, hey, professor, now what I do? Because I'm lost. Like, I was able to just be authentic in my ask, meaning I did not try to point a finger or make it a judgment type of thing. Like, you got all this stuff and I don't know what you're doing and show me. Nope. I just simply said, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. Can you help me? Because that was my truth. Like, I just did not know what to do. And guess what? He simply emailed me back and said, hey, let me know a good time where we can hop on a Zoom and I can show you exactly how to download and exactly where to put the information. Boom. Problem solved. I built up this stress before even asking for help, and so the small things that we have to keep in mind, that if we could just identify some of our small joys and be grateful for them, because the world is already a stressful place. And I mean, y'all, I sent myself over the edge on this. I had a whole headache. And after he replied to me, I felt so much better. I felt, oh my gosh, I felt 3,000% better. Now, how do we cultivate awareness for small joys? I'm going to say journaling. That's a big thing for me. I love journaling. That's me. But journaling about daily joys to reinforce a positive mindset. Like, sometimes I feel like, for me, I get so stuck on my negatives that I don't necessarily bring my positives to the forefront and like keep them right there in front of me so I can just reference the positive instead of dwelling so much on what's not going right. Just like the example I gave, I feel like slowing down and reducing distractions to appreciate the little things. Like, I got so worked up and overwhelmed that I could not even appreciate that I completed every other assignment. And that's listen, for me, that is a win-win. Okay? Understand? A win-win. But I couldn't even enjoy that moment of that small joy of knowing that I completed every other assignment because this one assignment was taking me under. Because I didn't know. I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what to download. I didn't know where to put it. Right? The frustration was bigger than me just slowing down and saying, you know what? He's the professor. Like, this is what he do. He answers questions. He know a question is coming. He is actually waiting on a question. So, me being the student, I need to go ahead and ask him this question. Like, I couldn't slow down enough because I had all of my goals in front of me. I want to be done with all of my work by Friday because I don't want to go into the weekend with doing homework and classwork and just all this stuff. So I feel like, okay, I'm running out of time. I don't know how to download this. This is going to take forever. I got stuff to do after this. After I finish my meeting, I know I ain't going to want to do no work. All of that. All of that was taken present in my brain. And I could not slow down enough, again, to reduce the distractions. And sometimes I feel like that's a big thing with us. We have so many distractions around us where we can't just slow down and say, you know what? All right, hold up, stop. And sometimes, I'm going to say for me, sometimes I have to literally talk to myself out loud. Just, sometimes I have to say, all right, Tisha, stop. All right. First thing first, one thing at a time. Because sometimes my mind is so jumbled with everything that's going on, everything that I have to do. And I am actually trying to check off boxes on my to-do list before I even start doing them. I don't know if that's a thing for anybody else. If it is and you on YouTube, please leave me a comment. Tell me, how do you deal? Because in my mind, I know, okay, I'm already at the next thing, and I haven't even completed this thing. So, yeah, that's a problem. That is a problem because I'm trying to check boxes that I haven't even started doing the work yet. But I'm trying to mentally prepare myself to get to the next step, and I have not completely completed what I am doing right now. So yeah, guys, we have to learn how to just slow down, because moving fast does bring a lot of distractions. And when we have a lot of distractions, we're not able to zone in on our small joys because we have too many distractions around us. Engaging in activities that bring simple pleasures like reading, walking, listening to music. Like, how many times have we just cut on the radio and played our favorite artist? And that was a simple pleasure. How many of us on our ride to work, instead of listening to the radio, we ride in silence? That is a simple pleasure because you are able to just ride in a clear mind. And some people like that. I know from time to time I like that. But a lot of times I get in the car, I do bump my music. Okay, it's a whole concert in my car. I think I start off with a little Erykah Badu. Alright. Then I listen to me some Anderson .Paak because I like him. I do. I like him. Then, every now and then I listen to my girl Beyonce because I do like Beyonce. I think I like the old Beyonce. I don't know. But, she got some good songs and I like it. Who else I listen to? My Erykah Badu. Oh, my Chrisette Michele. Now, yes, I love me some Chrisette Michele. So, yeah, I be, just in my mood, just sunshades on, whole full concert in my car. Sometimes I ride with nothing, but that's a lot of times when I ride not listening to the radio, I am definitely just trying to gather my thoughts. It is probably a irritating situation that's taking place where I just need to, bring it back a little bit because I didn't probably went to 1,000. So that's a lot of times I ride in silence for that so I can think clearly. But reading, I love reading. How many of you like reading? Do I have any readers that follow me and listen to my podcast? Do I have any readers? Please say yes. I love reading. And I love reading a lot of different type of things. I'm not really into non-fictional, but I do read a lot of different things. If you follow me on Facebook on LM Speaks, I used to do these lives where I take my daily walk. And I have not done that in a long time. And I actually once I'm able to get a shoe on and get back out and walk, I think I'm gonna start doing that again because that brought me simple joys. Like I was seeing stuff in my neighborhood that I didn't even know was here. Okay, it allowed me to kind of get out and see some of my neighbors because, hey girl, I didn't even know you. Hey, everybody got dogs. Maybe I should take my dog walking. Probably not. But anyway, most people that I see walking walk with dogs. But again, simple joys. It does not have to be anything extravagant that bring you small joys that we need to just make sure we keep in front of us so we can continue to have these healthy feelings, reducing stress, things that's going to keep us healthy mentally and emotionally. We have to look at it as turning small joys into daily habits. Like this, this needs to become a part of our daily. This needs to be our positive habits. Celebrating our small moments of joy need to be something that we do and we make a habit out of doing daily. Like sharing your joy with others through kind words and gestures need to be something that we do daily. I mean, I don't know how many times I went into a store and I happened to pick the cashier that probably is having a bad day. So now when I walk up to this cashier, I'm like, good morning or hey, how you doing? And they just nothing. I've had so many cashiers don't respond or just be like, hey, no customer service etiquette at all. And for those who do that, I always say, well, I hope your day gets better. Because what you ain't gonna do is mess up mine. Because what I really want to say, but no, okay? Keeping the small joys in front of us, making habits out of simply speaking to someone. You passing by someone, you speak. We don't have control over, their response, but we have control over us. So for me, I know it makes me feel good when I'm walking past someone, even if I done parked my car, now I'm getting out, somebody walking to their car. I walk past people, even when people put their head down. And start, when, we getting close. So now we're about to pass each other and they put their head down. I still speak. Hello, how you doing? I don't even wait for them to respond anymore. I just keep going because me, sharing kind words and gestures to others helps me. It really ain't for them because I want to stay in my positive, emotionally healthy state. Another thing is capturing small moments through photography. Now, if anybody follow me on Facebook again or even on Instagram, I love taking pictures. Love it. I absolutely love taking pictures. And of course, I love taking pictures of me. But I love taking pictures of just nature and just things. Like, I could see a duck and I'm gonna want to take a picture of it. Plain and simple. I told my husband that I want to start putting my pictures on canvases and hanging my pictures up. That's something that I'm going to do probably in the future. I can't do it today. But I love taking pictures, and sometimes social media for me is my photo album. I know, especially on Facebook, if I post this picture, Facebook is going to say, next year, this time, hey, remember this picture you posted? And I'm going to be able to reshare it again. And I get to see all the pictures that I posted in the past and be like, oh my gosh, I really did took this picture, or I really did post this picture. So just some of the small joys, again, that we need to just create daily habit space for these things. Because I truly believe a healthier us as people will in turn create a healthier world. So I encourage you guys to just slow down and embrace the simple pleasures of life. It is so many pleasurable things out there that we do daily that we don't capture. And it'd be so simple. So simple, but we need to start capturing those things. I definitely have a challenge for you guys. So, okay, y'all ready? All right. My challenge to you guys this week is to notice and write down 3 small, joyful moments every day this week. Can y'all handle that? Is that something y'all can do? I know y'all can do it. All right. Write down 3 small, joyful moments every day this week. And that's that. So thank you guys so much for joining today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with someone who could use a little extra joy in their life. Until next time, keep finding beauty in the little things. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Apology Accepted podcast. I hope today's conversation sparked some growth for you. Be sure to subscribe and share with others who might need this reminder too. Until next time, you all, remember, healing starts with a simple apology. Take care.